For over 30 years, Alif Laila Educational Society has been a beacon for poor children in places as diverse as Lahore, Muzaffarabad, Bagh, Thar, and various districts in Balochistan. So far, Alif Laila has benefited almost 1 million children by delivering free access to children's library, free schooling in our own Basti schools, and skill training since the 80s in areas as diverse as information technology, woodwork, mechanics, aeronautics, and other areas that can help an educated child become a meaningful contributor to the society and his or her own family.
Over the last decade, in our numerous outreach programs, we've discovered that information technology is a tremendous force multiplier that can help us deliver great benefits in terms of a more updated curriculum, better teaching aids, multimedia learning, access to millions of book titles, where our own library might have just a few thousand physical books. To the most underprivileged children in the country, our Doors to Knowledge project seeks to bring these ICT benefits and capabilities to 10 government schools in the Greater Lahore area. We estimate that this project will immediately touch and impact 10,000 children, making their learning experience richer, broadening their exposure, and opening their minds to the possibilities of today.
Fundamentally, if one were to boil most of the problems faced by third world countries down to a single word, that word would be deprivation. This might be economic deprivation due to marginalization, deprivation from facilities and services that allow a healthy, effective society to grow and thrive, or it may be in the form of the knowledge gap, which prevents the poorest segments of society from learning and developing their children's minds in the way they deserve. Working with Pasha, Alif Laila wants to reduce this knowledge gap and this educational deprivation in a measurable, meaningful way. Yes, we might have children attending government schools, but how many of these children are actually learning? Is it possible to grow and learn in the modern world with ill-trained teachers, bare-bone facilities, and no educational aids other than a blackboard and, on occasion, some chalk? If we can't revamp the entire educational infrastructure on a wholesale basis, how can we make a substantial impact? We believe information technology holds the answer. A single laptop becomes a door to unbounded, unlimited knowledge. A laptop is the world's largest library. It's a means to be introduced to the best teachers in the world, and it brings to our children the most modern ways of learning. And perhaps most importantly, it is immune to power outages.
As part of our proposed Doors to Knowledge project, we will be distributing 20 laptop computers which are wirelessly connected to the internet using e-video technology to 10 specifically identified government primary schools. These schools will be provided 2 laptops each, and more importantly, 5 teachers at each school will benefit from 30 years of our experience with teacher training and helping build productive and positive learning environments by leveraging IT. With these information technology tools and the training that we will impart to 50 teachers, we hope to open avenue to resources such as the Khan Academy's brilliant lecture series for primary and secondary students. We also hope to deliver multimedia instruction that actually illustrates basic concepts such as the working of a pendulum rather than relying on a static washed out picture which conveys very little to a child. And we also hope to open doors and create linkages between these local institutions and schools, students and teachers around the world, with Skype running on these laptops using an integrated webcam and e-video connection. Our children will be virtually transported to classrooms in London and California, and children in developed countries can be exposed to the reality of life in our part of the world.
Essentially, we see the project being implemented in 2 major phases over a period of 8 months. Phase 1 will focus on planning and preparation. Starting with developing a core criteria for school selection, we will then organize a meeting with the relevant government departments and shortlist and select schools after that. Next, we will sign an MOU with the Public Education Department, and then we are going to conduct needs analysis and design a core module accordingly. Next, we will procure hardware and deliver it to the schools, after which the training will be conducted. The training will be organized as 2 core modules. one on IT competence and the other on teaching through ICT. These training modules will be run by volunteer team of instructors previously trained by the Alif Laila team. Once the training concludes and when the teachers actually start using this equipment in their classes, we will observe the efficacy of the entire project by co-locating our staff with these target schools. Finally, the project will enter a benefit analysis phase. This will help the project team fine-tune our capabilities and refine this model for expansion with assistance of future donors, while also delivering assessments and advice for further optimization of the schools and teachers themselves. We thank you for the opportunity to present our ideas and hope that in partnership with Pasha, the representative institute for the IT industry in Pakistan, we can take this first step in modernizing our schools and ending the sense of deprivation that thousands of our young children suffer from every day. If we are going to partner with anyone on a project of this nature, it makes sense to do so with an organization such as Pasha that represents information technology, innovation and human resource development in Pakistan. Pasha's vision is all about a brighter, more enlightened future for Pakistan, and Alif Laila's entire purpose for existence is to make this vision possible.